Stay tuned as we take a look at this Marvel Legends Hulk from the brand new Super Skrull Build-A-Figure wave. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we continue to look at this Marvel Legends Super Skrull Build-A-Figure wave, aka the Fantastic Four wave, as we're looking at Hulk. Not She-Hulk, just Hulk, as I believe in recent Marvel comics, Jennifer Walters took on the mantle as Hulk. Now, she does have history with the Fantastic Four, as she was a member for a short period of time, even having her own uniform and everything. But today, we're getting her in her grey and some sort of raggedy outfit. Not her lawyer outfit, unfortunately, as that would be nice to have in Marvel Legends form. She does come with some interchangeable hands and some pieces for the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure in the standard Marvel Legends packaging. Then we get a picture of Jennifer Walters in that outfit on the side. On the back, we get a little promo pic and a write-up that reads, Jennifer Walters struggles to control her anger and keep the powerful Hulk at bay. And of course, here we have a list of all the figures in this wave you need to complete the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Hulk. So as I said, she does have connections with her Fantastic Four, so it makes sense for her to be in this wave. So I will compare her to her A-Force box set counterpart, but nevertheless, let's get her open. Pow, and here she is out of the packaging, looking quite good to be fair. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did because I'm not really familiar with this version of Hulk, or She-Hulk as we all know her. Jennifer Walters, of course, the lawyer, usually can control her ability of the Hulk, where she's mostly the Hulk all the time. But there is a version of the comics, obviously, where she goes all Hulks out, grey form. In the comics, I think the original Hulk died. That's why she become just Hulk. But even still, we know her as She-Hulk, and I think she's back to being green and being She-Hulk in the comics. But this is a more angrier version of She-Hulk, and she still has a few elements of green showing through. But it is accurate to this comic run that it's meant to be representing. So she doesn't come with any accessories, apart from some hands, which we'll check out in a minute. But she does come with some Build-A-Figure pieces for the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure. So we got this arm, which is a translucent arm, obviously when they're copying Susan Storm's abilities. And then we've also got a normal arm as well. So you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel. Come back, as I always review the Super Skrull. Well, the Build-A-Figure last. This time, it's the Super Skrull. So come back for that. But today, as I said, right now, is about Jennifer Walters, the grey She-Hulk, as we call her, even though the packaging just says Hulk. Now, it's a big, beefy figure, and it all seems to be like new sculpt, to be fair, as you ain't going to have any other female figure with this type of raggedy clothing. And the top bit as well, conveniently only ripped the bottom half. But I don't think they'd be able to release a figure if it was ripped anymore. There are some more tears at the back, and it does seem to be a separate piece, to be fair, and it does not hinder articulation at all. Actually, it hides the articulation quite well. But yeah, she doesn't come with any accessories apart from those two hands. So let's zoom in, check out those details, and see what we've got. So here we have our closer look, and I actually quite like the face sculpt. I think it represents the character really well. You see the green out eyes and the green lipstick, and then the hair does have some shades of green in it, and it is in a sort of dynamic pose, so you can get her in a fighting stance maybe. Now, she does come with two fisted hands, but of course these will pop off and you can put in her sort of grabby hands, let's call them, and she gets two of them. So I'll swap them both out. So there you go. Now she has two grabby Hulk hands. And as I said, I really like the sculpt of this figure. She got this raggedy top, which seems to be a separate piece on top of the normal mold. So it stands out quite well. Some more holes in the back, moving all the way down to the jeans, and then again on the front, and you can see the little tears and the green coming through. Now, again, this is a particular run in the comics where Jennifer Walters can't control her ability and she goes all grey. So I do think it represents what it's meant to be really well. Maybe not how everyone is familiar with seeing the grey Hulk, well, She-Hulk, but this does represent what it's meant to be very, very well. And it looks really nice. Again, big, beefy female character. They've done a good job. Now, before we do any comparisons, I thought I'd just show you the height, as she does stand quite high. There you go, about just over 7 inches tall, which is pretty good for this single packed figure. And yeah, even though she's only got single jointed elbows, as it is a female Marvel Legend, as after all, it does move further than 90, to be fair. So you're going to be able to still get her in the poses you want to get her in, but she can touch her face, which most double jointed elbow figures can. So that's not bad at all. And again, decent range on the legs with a double jointed knees, and then decent ankle pivot. And again, there's a hidden diaphragm joint under the top, which got some good motion. So you can get a proper leaning back and launching herself, which is really good. So you can definitely get this one in some dynamic poses for your shelf. Now for our She-Hulk comparison, here we have She-Hulk compared to the A-Force box set She-Hulk. And to be fair to Hasbro, it would have been very easy for them to reissue this, but with the blue outfit and just put the 4 logo on the front. As I said, she was a member of the Fantastic Four for a while. And I don't think many people would have complained at a second opportunity to get a Fantastic Four She-Hulk for their shelf. But instead, they gave us this brand new sculpt from a recent comic run. So Hasbro at least trying to stay up with times. So you can't even be mad that now you have these two different options that we have got very recently. I do think the mold for this She-Hulk is better than this one though. A lot beefier, stronger. She's a little bit thicker and wider in places, as she should be. And then the face definitely showing off her Hulkness rather than this one. She looks too pretty for the Hulk there. This definitely has more of a Jennifer Walters vibe to it. But yeah, there is your She-Hulk contrast. This new one is probably just a tiny bit taller, but maybe a tiny bit, but they're very, very similar. And then if we want our normal Hulk comparison, I don't have the recent grey Hulk that come out, but I do have this Hulk from the 2-pack with Wolverine's first appearance from the Marvel 80 years anniversary set. And you can see how she stands just about to his shoulder. He doesn't even fit in screen really, does he? There you go. And yeah, that's how I see the Hulk green. So it's nice to have that contrast for the display maybe, but still, there is our Hulk comparison. And before I get the Fantastic Four in here, I thought I'd compare it to some other female Marvel Legends. So here's Jean Grey, your sort of average size female Marvel Legend, and then here's Magic, who's just a tiny bit shorter than that. But yeah, I think she scales really well, as she should be. She is the Hulk. And then here she is compared to the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, Susan Storm, Johnny Storm, and then Ben Grimm, the Thing. And to be fair, this shows how big she is. She's probably the same height as Ben Grimm, the Thing. So that shows you how big of a beefy female character she is. But I do like the look of all of these, and again, I have already reviewed all of these Fantastic Four characters, so make sure you go and check out the playlist for the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure on the channel, and of course subscribe for more. So there you have it. Final thoughts are, it is not the character design that I think of when I think She-Hulk, but it does represent the character design of that particular comic run that it's trying to very well. So Hasbro have done a great job. I didn't even mention she hasn't even got shoes on. It is just her bare toes. But yeah, really good new mold. Be very curious to see how they use it again. Maybe they could give it us again, but give her the green skin instead. But yeah, apart from maybe having a different interchangeable head maybe, but at least they give us the interchangeable hands, and that head sculpt does represent when she's all grey hulking out anyway. So yeah, Hasbro done a good job. So as always, you let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you a fan of the grey She-Hulk? Did you read the comic run where she appears like this? Let me know, as I didn't. Was that any good? But as always, people, you know what to do. Go and check out the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button for all of my reviews, and again, go and check out the playlist for other reviews from this particular wave. And if you want to support the channel even more, you can do that by heading over to Patreon. Much appreciated. But again, until next time, people, my name is Dan W, and I shall see you on the next one.